want you to look at the cover. And I want you to notice one name. Usually when we see a book that says illustrated by or written by. Okay? Put that in your schema. Also in this book, there's a dedication. Can anybody raise their hand and tell me what the word dedication means? Ocean.
Written to.
Written to or in honor of. In this particular one, it says, this book is dedicated with love to the miracles in my life, my wondrous sons, Billy, Nick, and Ethan. So he dedicated this to his sons. Okay. Chalk by Bill Thomas. Now remember that we have told you this before. When you like pictures in a book, you try to remember that person's name so we can look it up and get more books on that illustrator. Or if a book is written by a certain person and you like the way you read it, like Jenny B. Jones, well, she's done other books, and you may want to read some of the others. Okay? So put the author and the illustrator into your schema for future use. What have you noticed right off on this book? Right. But are we missing something?
Yeah. There's no words.
There's
like there usually is in the big books.
Right. There's no words in this book. Now, how can we read this book if there's no words? We
read the pictures.
We read the pictures. So how do we, what's other ways that we can read books? By pictures? Retelling.
And read the words.
Reading the words. What if you don't know a word? What do? You can read another book, or you can what?
Sound it out.
Sound it out. We have different ways to figure out words. Chunky monkey, we sure can. But another way, guys. Pardon me? Try snake. As I said, we have different ways of learning words. Remember, we can go back a little bit and reread and figure out maybe what it means. And if we can't figure it out, what's another way we need to do? We can
look at the pictures and try to figure out what that word is.
And if we still can't figure it out, what do? We
raise our hand.
We raise our hand. That's right. So let's go ahead and get in with the book. Okay. Like we said, it's raining. And how many kids do we have?
3.
Okay. Do you see anything special on this page?
Yeah, a dinosaur.
Who is yelling out? We raise our hand. Yes.
There is a dinosaur with a bag.
Yes. Okay, and I know if you all went to, looks like a park setting, a park, and saw a bag, would you look in it?
Yeah.
I know I would. And that's exactly what they did, isn't it? Look, she's scared. What's in that book?
Chalk.
Chalk. That looks like regular sidewalk chalk, doesn't it? Let's see what they did with it. Look at the pictures. Can anybody tell me what you think she's thinking?
She's thinking to use that yellow chalk.
Have to draw something, right? Right. What do you think?
Thinking about a clear day and the sun.
Thinking about a sun. If I picked up yellow chalk, I would want to do a sun. Just a minute. Then looks what happens. What is the first thing that would pop into your mind if all of a sudden you saw the chalk, if you drew a sun chalk and it came up, it would be what? Ethan.
Well, the sun want to come up.
That the sun would come up?
Yeah. It would be magic.
That that chalk would be magic. That's right. I would think the same thing. Look at that. What happens?
It's up in the sky.
What else do you notice in the background? The
Clouds.
are going away. Okay, yes. And it's bright and shiny because we remember she's looking like this and sun's in her eyes, so we know it's bright and shiny. Now let's look at that face right there. What do you think she's thinking?
With the orange top, she's gonna yellow butterfly.
Well, that's what we see. She's looking at something. Yeah, she has the expression of what? What's a good word for this expression?
She thinks that she can do something, but it's that magical.
Well, I think she's looking like, I want to try this. I want to try it. Would you try it? Would you try it? Would you try it? Would you try it? I bet every one of you. Raise your hand if you think you've tried it. I think so too. All right. Now she's starting her butterfly. Anybody tell me what kind of butterflies these are? Monarch butterflies. Can you tell me a fact about a monarch?
They can travel all the way to Mexico.
That's cool. Isn't that cool? Do you have another fact about monarch butterflies?
Just kind of question.
What's your question, sweetie?
I think the monarch butterflies, because there's orange on them, and she used the orange chalk.
That's good, yes.
I have
Let me tell
another
you what-
fact.
Okay.
They're poisonous to other creatures.
Okay, I'll tell you one more fact. And I learned this today. And I'm putting this in my schema because you never know when I might have to say it again. That I was told the male monarch butterflies have more spots than the females. But would you love to get in the middle of a whole pack of butterflies?
Yeah.
That looks like fun. Okay, I'm going to pick somebody special to read this next expression. Yes. What do you think he's thinking?
He's thinking that he's picking up the green chalk, and he's thinking that he's gonna draw something scary.
He has a smirk on his face, then he's like, I'm going to do something big. Let's see what I can draw. Make magic. Yes, sir. Okay. So what does he draw? How about you tell me what he draws? Yes. Wouldn't that be big?
And
dangerous?
scary.
And scary. Well, let's see. Let's see. Did he do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, looking at this picture, let's go by what the picture shows. Do you think this is a small or large?
By the shadow, it looked really big, and its teeth looked really sharp. Like he's hungry and he's gonna eat them.
That's right. I was thinking the same thing. Look at the expressions in this face. What do you think? How do you think they feel?
They're like, oh.
Everybody give me their best scared face. All right. We're good. Here we go. And look at it. In a quiet voice. What do you think they're doing? They're screaming. That's right. And he looks hungry. Look at the set expression. Look at the expression on his face.
I can't see it.
I'll turn around. No, look at that. Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get.
He looks so happy because he's gonna eat. He looks like he's gonna eat them.
I think you look hungry. You smile when you get hungry? Ooh, I'm gonna eat that chicken nugget. Or I'm gonna eat that piece of liver. I'd be going.
I want to.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, let's see. Who have I not called on? Tell me what they're doing.
They're screaming and they're finding hiding spots on the playground.
Right. That's right. Tell me what you think the dinosaur is doing.
Trying to get his claw in there to get him. And that girl, she's
Okay, he's awful big. And I heard this is coming from us. Yeah, sometimes they don't have the best sight. So what do you think they're using to find them? They're looking. And they are what? These children are
scared.
Because you know that little arm can't get up there and get that, can it? And their mouth can't go up there and get them. All right. Now, tell me what he's doing. Why do you think he's drawing rain? So he can melt the dinosaur. Is the dinosaur plastic?
No.
It's made out of what?
Chalk.
Okay. So does chalk melt?
Yes.
Chalk melt?
Or
When it gets wet, or does it dissolve?
It dissolves.
Put that word in your schema, and we'll talk about the word dissolve more later, okay? What is it doing? It's what?
It's
It is.
melting.
What's
It's clean.
that? Look at this.
And he's looking like, uh-oh.
Yes. Uh-oh. That's good. That's good. He's dissolving. He's getting washed away. Look at it. That's all that's left. What's happening now, though? There's a lot of, look at the background. What's happening? There's a lot of,
And
a lot of chalk running away.
it looks like slime, but it's not.
What do you think they're thinking now? I want to call on somebody. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to do that again.
Exactly. We read this book without any words. All right, and we have a few words of things that we put in our schema for future work, for future use, right? Okay, what we're going to do today is we're going to divide up into 4 groups. I've already picked your groups and your centers. Now it's time to get some art terms in, okay? Need all eyes, stop the fidgeting. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, our first center is going to be crayons. The medium, remember we talked about
It says
difference. Did it say chalk? That says crayons.
That says chalk.
That's the name of the book, honey.
Oh.
Remember I told you on our last one that our tools are different from our mediums. Our tools are things that we learn with. We're using our ruler and our protractor. The mediums are what we're using to create. Like this time we're going to do crayons, clay, we're going to do chalk, and Legos. And later on we're going to do ink. But our tool will be different with ink because we are going to learn to use the computer, how we do the draw in our computer, and we print it off. That the medium is going to be ink. Okay? So we've learned the difference between our mediums and our tools. When we draw these, we don't have to do portrait, we don't have to do landscape. You get a choice on which way the paper is going to go. What's the first thing we're going to do with our paper, though?
Look, put your name.
Put your name on it so we know whose artwork is whose. All right. Now, each of you all have an objective. That's what you're going to do at your table. Okay, for the first one, with crayons, you're going to color a picture of how you would solve the problem. What was the problem in this story? The dinosaur. So how would you get away from that problem? Nope. Put it up here. Our next one is clay. Build a structure out of clay that would go with the story. So you could build the swing set, you could build the park, the dinosaur, the butterflies, anything that goes with the story. Now with the Legos, you're building a structure out of Legos that will go with the story. I want you to build how you would get away from that dinosaur, okay? How you would solve that problem and how you would get away from that dinosaur. Because remember, you have magic chalk. Okay, the last one is chalk. You are to color a picture of who you think left the chalk in the beginning of the story.
Why are you drawing that?
5 minutes left.
Because
And
I think it left the chalk. This is incredibly sticky. We have to make stuff that goes with the story out of clay.
Well, what are you making?
I'm making the butterflies that go with it. I'm doing all 4 of them. I'm doing all the things that they made. The butterflies, the sun, the rain, and the dinosaur.
I'm drawing a dinosaur with a slide, and there's a little platform up at the top, and a person's hiding in the slide
Why are you drawing that?
because it's where that I can hide, or the person that can hide, so the dinosaur can't get to it.
Make something that you could do the get the dinosaur away. I'm gonna make something with people on it, where the people will get the dragon and make it run away. Then it will trip them.
A what?
If I put this on there, it will trip them.